you join the military? So let me give you 3 quick things here. If you meet these criteria, and I would say consider joining the military, all right? So number 1, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, right? It's okay at 18, 19, 20, 21, in your 20s or maybe late 20s. It's okay for you not to know what you want to do, you know, in 20, 30 years down the road, right? It's a slow and steady process, right? In my opinion, take it incrementally at a time, you know, 4 years, 5 years at a time, but also have a big macro picture on what you want to do. And, you know, what I'm doing right now is when I failed my business and I decided to join the military, you know, I didn't know what I want to do. I didn't, you know, I wanted to find myself. So I came into the military and I'm figuring it out while I am in the military. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people doing that, right? What if you don't know what you want to do, or if you've messed up like I did, you know, I had a business, it failed. I put a lot of money into that. If you don't know what you want to do or you want to change your life, get into the military and figure out what you did wrong or where you need to go. And then, you know, if you decide to stay in the military, great. If you decide to get out of the military, great. Then now you know you have some kind of direction in life, right? So that's number 1. Join the military to get some sort of direction, right? If you don't know what you want to do. Number 2 is money, right? When you are in the military, if you spend your money wisely and if you utilize your money wisely, you can be very defensive and offensive. Let me give you a practical example. I am very defensive with my money in terms of I have $10,000 in my bank account saved up. So in the future, my family, we're trying to pool up our money to put a down payment on a house, right? Brand new house. And I'm also putting in a couple $1,000s on TSP, thrift savings account, through savings plan, which is through the military. And yes, for those people who are wondering, if you join and you have a contract for 4, 5, or 6 years, you can put money into TSP, which is a retirement account. So there's something called Life Cycle 2050. Soon they'll have a Life Cycle 2060 fund. So in basic summary, the TSP organization will invest your money for you, and then your investment account grows. And then once you retire at 2050 or 2060, then you can take the money out. So I am also doing that. At the same time, I'm offensive with my money because I am investing. I have $10,000 in stocks, right? And that's growing. So I am very defensive and offensive with my money. And being in the military has allowed me that opportunity, right? The way I manage my finances was not so different from, a couple of years ago before I joined the military. Before I joined the military, I had $200 in my bank account. Now I have over $20,000 in my bank account, right? There's a huge difference in financial opportunities in the civilian world, where you have to have a car, you have to have, a bunch of different things. You have to have you have a lot of bills, right? Compared to being in the military, where almost everything is provided, where you don't have a lot of bills, right? So that's financial opportunity number 2 if you are interested in that. Number 3 is work ethic, right? Before I joined the military, I always said to myself, joining the military, I want to be the better version of myself, but I never really knew what that meant. But being in the military, I realized this: working 70 hours a week, getting only 4 or 5 hours of sleep every single day. There was a good portion of my life, good portion of my military career when I did that, and I was almost going crazy. But one thing that I realized working 16 hours a day and only getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep is that I was only operating at a portion of my capability. I was only operating at a small capability when I was a civilian, right? Being in the military, they make you work, man. It's a humbling experience when they make you physically do a lot of work, or even mentally staying up 16, 17 hours a day. It's a very humbling experience. So if you keep your mouth shut, do not complain, and you take it all inside and try to incorporate this military experience in your life, it's a very, very humbling experience, and your work ethic develops. You understand your limits to your work ethic. You understand what you need to do. So that's one thing that I've been doing a lot is, when I was working those 16 crazy whatever hours, I have over 400 videos on my YouTube channel. And, if you look at some of my older videos, you can see I was falling asleep while making the video. So my work ethic has developed tremendously, and I'm very, very thankful for that. from the military. As much as I want to get out and as much as I hate being in the military, I am very, very thankful for these 3 opportunities that the military has provided for me. So if you are interested in that, and I know this video has been pretty long, so I'm going to close it out here. If you are interested in that and there's something that appeals to you, I highly recommend you join the military. All right, have a great Navy day, guys.